Greetings to everyone. Myself Shashank Nagrade from BSc second year, Department of Environmental Science, Shri Shivaji Science College, putting forward the seminar on screening process in the water treatment plant. Introduction. Wastewater contains suspended and floating matters in it. The large size suspended and floating matters can be removed by passing wastewater through screens. The process of removal is known as screening. It is the first operation in wastewater treatment plant to remove most of the bigger and longer visible particles in the raw water. Why screening? Screening is an essential step in wastewater treatment for removal of materials which would otherwise damage the treatment plant. To remove the floating solids which may clog the pumps at the treatment plant, to remove the solids from the wastewater which will form ugly sludge banks at the site of wastewater disposal. Types of screens. A screen is a device which with openings generally of uniform size for removing bigger suspended or floating matter in the wastewater. The screening element may consist of parallel bars, rods, gratings, or wire meshes or perforated plates. Generally, they are circular or in rectangular shapes. Screens are of three types, majorly depending on the size of the opening: A. Racks or bar or core screen, B. Medium screens, or C. Fine screens. Core screens Core screens can be defined as racks. Spacing between bars is 50 millimeter or more than 50 millimeters. The material separated by core screen consists of rags, woods, sticks, and paper, etc. Core screen consists of parallel iron rods placed vertically or at a slight slope of about 2 to 10 centimeter center to the center. The material which is collected on the upstream side of screens is removed mechanically or manually. In mechanically cleaned screens, a rack traverses the front of the screen. Mechanical cleaning is done at large plants with mechanically operated racks, while manual cleaning is done at small plants with hand operated racks. Medium screens. In this type of screen, spacing between the bars is 6 to 40 micrometer. These screens will ordinarily collect 30 to 90 liters of material per million liter of wastewater. Rectangular shaped coarse and medium screens made up of steel and nowadays widely used at treatment plants. These are fixed parallel to one another at desired space on a rectangular steel frame and are called bar screens. Nowadays, these screens are generally kept at about 30 to 60 degree to the direction of flow so as to increase the opening area and to reduce the flow velocity. Fine screens. In this type of screen, spacing between bars is 1.5 millimeter to 3 millimeter size. It removes almost 20% of suspending solids from the wastewater. These screens are made up of fine wire, brass, or bronze plates with openings less than 1 centimeter. Metal used should be resistant to rust and corrosion. They may be a disc or drum type and operated continuously by electric motors. Designing screens. The velocity of flow should be kept reasonably constant and it may be taken as about 1 meter per second at an average flow of wastewater. Excess openings to the tune of 100% should be provided. The slope of screen should be between 30 degree to 60 degree. A perforated platform for temporary dewatering should be provided because the wastewater contains about 90 to 95% of water. Disposal of screenings. Burial method. The medium-sized screening can be disposed by this method. In this method, trenches are excavated on the ground and the screenings are buried into them. The trenches are immediately covered with soil after burying. During cleaning, the racks If the screening matter starts getting foul smell, it can be prevented by sprinkling lime powder over it. Disposal of screening incineration method. In this method, the screening matter is burnt in air. Before burning, it is necessary to dry the screening first by spreading it over the ground and exposing it to the sun. The partially dry screening can be burnt by adding oil, pulverized coal, or other types of fuel in it. Disposal of screening digestion method. The screenings obtained from the fine screens can be placed in sludge digestion tanks. In this method, the screening is digested with the sludge. Screenings obtained from communities and shredder can be disposed by this method. Thank you.